Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a chat with JGigs, talking about some of the stuff going on in the raid community right now. Everything from Faction Wars, the Vergumkar fusion, Lydia coming out, the Halloween champions. It's always fun to be able to bounce ideas off of somebody else and have a conversation about this type of stuff. So yeah, I will link to JGigs' stuff down below. Definitely check out his channel as well, and a huge shout out to him for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Alrighty, and now I'm here with the boy JGigs, and today we're gonna be laying down a collab rap track for you guys. You ready to kick it off there, Gigsy?
Yeah, let's go, man.
No, what's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good, dude. I hit 10K subs today on YouTube, so I'm stoked.
I
Finally got
saw
digits in the...
I saw your stream title, so I had to come by and gift a sub. That was why I did. So yeah,
Yeah, dude. I appreciate you, man.
That's awesome. No, I saw that. I was like, I gotta stop by and say hi. So congrats, man. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you.
So
I'm excited.
Anything else new in your life besides the special occasion for this weekend on 10K?
No, not yet. I'm awaiting approval on my Twitch partner app, but I know they like to play around, so I'm not expecting too much, but I'm sure in, I guess, 6 weeks I'll hear back from them and know whether or not I get partnered or not.
Yeah,
but
those partner apps,
on.
man. I submitted mine, and it took like 2 months for them to reject me. And yeah, it just, and there's no.
Oh, you did get rejected the first time.
My first time, I had like triple the requirements, and they took 2 months and rejected me. And there was no
I don't know
reason.
why I thought you got it on the first one.
There was no, I heard it's like for Americans, it's like almost never that they approve, like no matter what, they just don't approve you the first time. And and then there was no reason. I just got a little response like, your application was rejected. Sorry. No explanation. No like work on this. Like nothing.
I know, that's the aggravating part. It's like you set the requirements. Like you decided what you want us to do. If we do it, it should be automatic, right?
Yeah,
it's
it's very finicky. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in terms of raid, I know we've got the Vergumkar fusion ending. I just did it today. I waited to see if there was a champion chase event, and then it ended up happening. So I got scooped up the 500 free points on the champion chase. I was waiting to claim it. Did you finish it on your main and your free to play and all that?
I did. I got him pretty early on the main. And then on the free-to-play, we got him a couple days ago. I probably should have waited to finish it to see if there was a champ chase, but I had a few people suggest that, but I'm impatient and wanted to go ahead and get him running. So yeah, I got him on both accounts though. Yeah.
Cool. And so you were able to do it as a free-to-play then?
I was, and it really was not even that hard. I did spend probably 500 gems on refills, and that was more impatience than necessity. I just wanted to knock a few things out a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So I think total I probably spent 500 gems, but I think I could have done it without spending gems at all. It was not a bad fusion at all.
Oh, so you could have definitely done it like free to play?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Well, what do you think about Vergumkar?
I'm a fan. I don't hate him like everybody else seems to. I understand there's some things I'd like to tweak. The A2, for example, it would be nice if he was just more of a cleanse, but I did misread. I know I realized I thought it was only removes provoke, but it's provoke and one random debuff, so he's kind of a cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
He does do the shield no matter what. So it's a decent A2. I'm a fan of him, and I autoed Lizardman 21 tonight on the main account. Faction Wars with him on the team, so I don't hate him.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling people to get him. I mean, I don't think he's, obviously he's not S tier, God tier,
right.
But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is any champion that comes out that isn't like instantly incredible, the sentiment is going to be kind of negative, because people want to see like that next shiny, big, amazing thing.
Right. If it's not Torment or Rotos, if it's not meta shifting, game breaking, then it's not interesting. And it is what it is. That's the whole Plarium has kind of dug themselves into. But
how did you? I guess that segues us. You were talking about Faction Wars and Lizardmen. Have you finished it?
No, I think I'm about halfway.
Oh, okay.
I've only recently started to pay attention. I had it on the back burner forever, and I'm very phasey with it. I get geared up, and sometimes I want to knock out a faction, and other times I'm like, I just don't have the energy. So I'm sure I'll get it done by the time Lydia gets here. But
It's a grind. Do you have Soulless for Night Rev?
no.
Do you have Tomb
Knight's
Lord?
Rev is the one I'm looking least forward to.
Do you have Tomb
that
Lord?
and Orcs? I do have Tomb Lord.
Okay, if you have Tomb Lord, you can probably get it done on your main. It's really tough without Soulless. Do you have like no Rog for Skinwalkers?
No.
Skinwalkers is really hard without no Rog.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you got a road ahead of you, but
I know, and I have no Orc legendaries, 0.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's gonna be fun too.
Yeah. Orcs is another tough one. Orcs and Undead and Dwarf and Night Rev and Skinwalker. That's probably like the top 5, maybe.
Undead and Dwarf I'm done with.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Skinwalker, Orc, and Knight's Rev I'm not. So
Being done with Undead and Dwarf is a big hurdle because those two. I think they both have the boss that is red. Yeah, the boss that ignores defense on the A1 and hits you for like 80k.
Man,
And
that dude's so annoying.
The dwarves are like a defensive faction, and he just like ignores defense flat out on his A1. So
Yeah, I regard the Dwarves 21 3-star as the hardest thing I've ever accomplished in Raid so far. I've never had anything push me like that. That I really had to take myself to the limits of what I know about these games on that one. And
Yeah.
the other ones have been relatively easy.
For me, it was like a tie between Night Rev and Dwarf. Yeah,
Dwarves.
Night
Yeah,
Rev
I'm
and
not
Dwarf.
looking forward to Knight's Rev. I've heard that one has about the same reputation as Dwarves. So
Yeah, it's
great.
And Skinwalkers. I think that's my top 3. And
Crap. I don't want to hear that. I didn't know that about Skinwalkers.
Who do you
I'm
have?
not excited about that.
Do you have any legendaries for Skinwalkers?
I've got Longbeard and Hackhorn, and I think that's it.
You don't have Brachus? You didn't do the Brachus fusion? I thought I was the only noob content creator that didn't do the Brachus fusion.
I don't know. I don't even know why I didn't do the Brachus fusion. It was probably some stance. I was probably being hard, thinking I was making some sort of impact. Same thing with Rotos.
You were saving the world.
Yeah.
All right, well, then let's segue into. Let me pull this up here. Let's get the event champions up here. First, Eligaius. I haven't really talked to you since this guy was kind of announced and teased. What are your initial thoughts on Eligaius? First of all, how do you say it?
I say Elgaeus.
Elgaeus.
But I think the way you're saying it makes.
Eligaius.
I think there's a good argument for the way you're saying it too.
Let us know in the comments. Team Chosen or Team JGigs? Is it Eligaius or Elgaeus?
Yeah, I have no idea how to say it, but as far as the champ goes, I am particularly excited about this one. I think this champ seems really interesting. That A2, especially, I think this is an example of, again, kind of the player base being conditioned to have a negative knee jerk to everything that Plarium does. But that A2 is going to solve a lot of problems, I think, for a lot of people. That duplicate champ mechanic for the cooldown thing, I think, is going to be killer. And in Doom Tower, I think it's going to shine. But if you're struggling in Faction Wars, I think it's going to be great. It's going to solve a lot of problems in Arena that I think people are having. And in Doom Tower, I think it's going to be. Even in dungeon waves, like the Hordens in the waves, if you can keep them from buffing themselves and getting that extra turn where they can smack, I think it's going to be crucial. I think that's a killer A2. So, and it's something we haven't seen. I've never seen a mechanic like that before. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Those enemy Hordens can hit pretty damn hard.
Yeah, they're so annoying.
And Undead, do they have to deal with the multiple Valkyries in stage 21? I don't remember.
I don't either.
I can pull
if
it
they
up.
don't, then I'm sure they have to. I don't know if they have to deal with that, or the double Cythalia 3 Thenasul wave. But that one's really aggravating too. I think if you could start off putting some of them on cooldown.
Yeah, that's a pretty suppressive A2 by hitting the duplicates for sure.
Yeah.
Not super impactful really anywhere else, but Faction Wars and like Arena a little bit.
Yeah, there's some specific situations in Arena, but I think maybe some of the dungeon waves, because they like to run those 2s and 3s combos in the dungeon waves, so it could be helpful there. It could keep that reflect damage from going up in Ice Golem, which nobody's really farming Ice Golem anyway, but And then I don't know. I'm expecting it to shine in Doom Tower, actually.
Yeah, that's what's hard is because we don't really know anything about what's gonna be amazing in the Doom Tower. What are the boss mechanics? What's coming up? Yeah. So Undead does have to deal with the triple Valkyrie.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be huge for that, because that's such a problem when they start getting those turns off. Those AOE's and those buffs, that's a nightmare if you can't get rid of them.
Yeah, so guys,
the
fusion, if you have not finished Undead, definitely do the fusion. Well, I mean, okay, first of all, do the fusion anyway, because
yeah,
like we talk about this in our private chat, is we don't want to be on the wrong side of history in terms of telling people, hey, don't bother doing this fusion. And then all of a sudden Doom Tower comes out or something, or they get buffed, and then everybody says,
right,
why did Chosen and JGigs tell us not to do this fusion?
right, we become the bad guys.
Yeah, so
I always say, if you can add a legendary to the roster, add him to the roster.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So we're in agreement there. What about Little Miss Annie? This kind of seems like a glass cannon tank buster type champion.
Yeah, she seems like she's got some real. I think Tank Buster is how I described her in my initial reaction to her, but I think she's another one that seems really interesting, and I'm stoked to see her full skin. I'm stoked to see all the full skins, but I feel like her in particular is.
Yeah, her her vibe was like the most freaky out of all of them. You got like the beat up doll with one eye, and yeah, dolls and clowns always get people. So
right. And her passive that works with the revive though, that's kind of cool. She comes back and like revenges whoever killed her. I think that's kind of sick.
Yeah, no, I I like how they're adding new things, trying new stuff out, like the effect of Eligaius with the multiple champions hitting them all at once and affecting them. Yeah, cool things to at least try out, new mechanics to dive into and get to know. Then obviously Narma the Returned is the flavor of the week that everybody's hyped about, the like Vizier hybrid champion.
Yeah. When I was reading her skills, I read the A1 and I was like, oh, so she might be kind of like clan. I guess she's clan boss geared. And then as I made my way through the kit, I was like, oh, she's clearly clan boss geared. She's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, and
she's gonna be real nasty.
And the cool thing about Narma is, what is Vizier weak against? Spirit. And where is Narma strong? Spirit. So it's going to be a nice little 1-2 punch to have on your roster, even if you do already have Vizier and you're saying, screw that, I don't need Narma, I have Vizier. Hey, you know, this is just can make your numbers that much more consistent and give you a little bit more to play around with. So I think they picked the right affinity in terms of being magic and kind of counteracting the Vizier.
Well, she's great too, because Vizier is like, we were talking about Vizier tonight in the stream. It's like he's got one thing that he's great at, but if you don't need him for that, then you're kind of, there's not really much of a reason to use him. Her you can use on auto, because her other two skills are also really impactful, and you can also take her other places, I think. So I think she might put Vizier in the vault for everybody. Yeah. Short of an affinity situation with clan boss.
That's a good point about the auto Vizier. For those of you that don't know about Vizier, but he places like heal reduction and does a bunch of silly abilities that you don't really want him to do in a finely tuned clan boss scenario. So yeah, his kit doesn't really synergize with being auto friendly and consistent in the clan boss. So you have to kind of like wait until you have 10 debuffs up and sit there in manual for 4 minutes until you get everything set up, and then you can auto with Vizier, and he won't place those annoying ones. And then the last one here, we're not getting epics near the quality of last year with Ceres and Miscreated Monster. We're getting one epic, and it's Masked Fearmonger, and he seems kind of meh, I guess, in my opinion, but
yeah, he's you almost wonder if they were deliberate in that. If maybe they feel like they over-delivered with epics last year, so this year they're like, you know what? Instead, you're getting 3 legendaries and 1 epic that is not going to be like Ceres or Monster. I see some interesting potential in him. I think he's a very interesting champ. I think he fits well as an epic. It's nice to see Bannerlords get some love, because they need some love. I think he's a very interesting epic. I would like to get him and play around with him, but he's the only one I saw in the group that I didn't immediately have a spot for. Everyone else, like, I was kind of like, they'll be good for this and this and this. And him, I'm like, he'll be interesting. I'm sure he's got usage, but he doesn't jump into any particular situation for me.
Yeah,
So.
we're in the same boat on that. Not a whole lot to cover there. And then Lydia's coming out. And we probably shouldn't touch on this too long because I know you're probably salty about having to wait until you can get your hands on her. But so did you agree? Did you agree with this? I don't remember. I know we did like a podcast type thing, but I don't remember everybody's exact response. Do you agree with the fact? Because back then we didn't know if she was going to be in voids or not, and now we have confirmation she's not. Do you agree with that?
I 100% am on board. I don't like it when there's a champ that's a goal, where it's something you have to work for, but then also people can just pull her. I'm 100% on board with her only being through faction wars.
So do you think?
100%.
So do you think Arbiter should be in shards?
I don't, but Want to Mess made a really good point. We were on Saffron's podcast, and I don't think she should be in shards, but he made a good point. He's like, what did you do with all the people that already have 2? Like, there's a lot of usage for having 2. So I don't know. I don't know how to solve that problem, but I don't think she should be in shards either.
Well, yeah, I think at this point they can't like a retroactive ripper from shards. Like it's kind of like the cat's out of the bag type thing. You can't really, or the rabbit's out of the hat. You can't really put it back. So yeah, no. And then did you know what Lydia's aura was before this?
No,
I didn't.
I don't remember knowing.
Yeah, I didn't know what her aura was. So, what do you think about the 100 resist aura?
Yeah, she's ridiculous. She's just straight up ridiculous. And maybe she should be for how hard she is to obtain, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like people think Tormund pissed him off in Arena. Wait till you meet Lydia. I think she's going to be a real problem.
Well,
even though they nerfed her a little bit, but
we don't know the books. We don't know.
That's true.
We don't, like, if Siren's Wail can't be booked to 3 and Nullification can't be booked to 4, and like, I mean, obviously she's still going to be insane. We just don't know like the degree of the insanity. Is my point.
I feel like I'll go on record as saying it's got to be guaranteed you can book Siren's Wail to 3. I feel like they want her to step into that spot and be able to compete with the Dracos and Venuses and stuff. I feel like that's a guaranteed you can book that down to 3.
Yeah, I would agree with you. My guess would be, yeah, you could book that to 3. You could book Nullification to 4. Death's Hold, I don't know. I'm iffy on that one.
I feel like you probably can book that down to like 7.
Oh, okay.
That would be my guess.
Because it is
she's probably gonna be book hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 is.
And obviously the A1, you'll be able to book that 75 up to 100 with books for sure.
Yeah.
So she'll just be like an A1 fearmonger.
Yeah, I bet Siren's Wail gets up to 100% with books and down to 3 turns. Yep. I bet she just gets ridiculous with books. She's already ridiculous, but I bet it gets worse.
Yeah.
With books.
Do you think the avatar matches her body? I thought that looked weird.
I don't like her face. She looks like Helen Hunt. I don't like it.
You're right. Now I can't unsee it. Why'd you say that? She looks like looks like Helen Hunt in Castaway.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't like it at all.
You're right. Now I can.
Nothing against Helen Hunt. I'm sure she's lovely.
Yeah. No, Helen Hunt's nothing wrong with her. But yeah, no, I'll never be able to unsee that now. You ruined Lydia for me. So thank you.
All
right. Well, let's put that away then, because that's ruined. And let's get this. Cool. So
maybe they'll change it.
So we'll. I just wanted to sit down and have a fun little. I haven't brought you on the channel for a normal video other than pulling my shards and kind of partying on stream. So it's fun to kind of touch base with you again. What are you up to this weekend, and what's new with your content and stuff?
I'm doing the Free to Succeed every morning. I try to get a couple of other videos up throughout the week. Got a couple of music things in the works, a couple skits in the works, but I'm still working on all those. I don't have a timeline for them, but they're in the works. They're coming soon, hopefully, and not a Plarium soon, like a real soon.
Any teasers? Like, are these like the Plarium business meetings, or Or like a holiday fireplace that's burning up your house behind you, or
Teasers. I don't know. Well, rat battle.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, perfect.
Teaser. Rat battle. We'll give that as a teaser.
That's a good teaser. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Cool. Well, then thanks for joining me, brother. It's always fun to. I know it's late, so I won't keep you too long, but it was fun to touch base with you again. Thanks for taking the time, man.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you having me.
All right, take it easy.
Later, man.
All right, it's going to do it for this video. And once again, huge shout out to JGigs for taking the time to join me. It's always fun to sit down with DJ, RNG, and have a chat about some raid and some life in general. So yeah, I will link to his channel in a pinned comment, so it's nice and easy to find. Go throw Gigsy a sub. He makes a lot of really good content, and you will definitely enjoy his channel. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. As always, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Peace.